totally sober now.
Okay.
No, I'm sober.
I'm gonna fucking just blow my head off. Jesus Christ.
I broke Josh with no effort.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
You know who else broke me with no effort?
Your mom.
My mom.
It's great how retarded you guys are because it's not even funny.
It's not.
Like
But
everything you're saying is not funny.
But it's funny to me, so go fuck yourself.
I just think it's funny how everyone's constantly interrupting Worth.
Interrupting Kel says what?
No.
Oh, it's just funny to me that you're getting shafted right now. Literally and metaphorically.
Jesus Christ.
How is he literally being shafted?
I'm not literally being shafted at all.
Well, our listeners don't know that. Our listeners don't need to know that.
Oh
He
my
is
God.
sitting on anal beads right now.
I'm sitting.
Can I pull him out of you like a fucking starting the lawnmower? Oddly enough, that's how you turn on Nate too. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. I gotta pull start Nate.
He starts in one poll every time.
No need to prime or anything. Oh my god.
Prime it.
Oh,
His nipples do double as primer.
That's so true.
Oh my God.
Oh Jesus
My
Christ.
fucking jaw hurts.
Oh my fucking. I was trying to hold my piss in for the rest of the podcast, but okay.
It's in my pants.
What's up, guys? It's the Friendly Fire Podcast, episode 46?
45.
45.
45.
That's why I paused. I knew it was a different.
Oh, you
Yeah.
son of a
45.
bitch. Why did I woo you? Said it wrong.
Fucked it up.
Restart.
God.
No,
we're
we're
not
keeping
restarting.
it.
We've already committed to this.
This is
performance.
bullshit.
Sorry, episode
Look-
45 for the podcast.
Logan needs to be pointed out for his failures.
Yeah.
It's even written down in front of me.
So you have no excuse.
Good job.
I know, I'm sorry.
I remember my first podcast.
No, because we were talking about future podcasts, and for some reason 46 got in my head, so. But this is our 45th podcast for the Friendly Fire Gaming channel.
We're all set up and fancy and shit now.
Yes,
There we go.
we are finally using the board to its full capacity.
Yeah.
That's 9 times 5.
45.
Oh, that's
45.
true. That's true. Disco
Thanks
with
for
Matt.
that insightful comment, you
The
dumb
fucking
fuck.
hot quiz over here.
I'm pretty sure
No more of that,
saying
Josh.
math
No more of
does
that.
not make me
What?
a dumb fuck.
That totally overrides what everybody's saying.
Nobody
I
likes
know,
you.
right?
So stop that. So we are a few people short here today so far, but they're coming back.
Drew's here, but he's not.
Drew's here, but he's down at the bar watching the Broncos game.
Get it? Because Pat's the shortest one of the group and he's not here.
But then,
Oh God.
okay, so I'm Logan, and then there's this fucking skinny bitch to my right.
I'm Nate.
I'm Josh, formerly known as Alive.
That joke has run its course, Josh. Come on.
God damn it. I'm Sean.
And I'm Disco.
And that's all we have so far, but people will be coming back
Yeah,
later.
Drew and Pat will be
So.
here at some point.
To talk about World of Warcraft.
Probably not. No one's played that so far. So.
Spoiler alert for the later podcast.
All right, Sean, fuck you. What have you been playing this week?
Oh.
On the spot, bitch.
Call it out.
Yeah. Pause for dramatic
Don't-
effects.
Wow.
Right?
Don't get a nosebleed. Just say something.
I think I'm having an aneurysm. Battlefield 1 to level 27, I think.
Nice.
I got
about-
pretty high.
That's about what I got. I think close to that.
That was that like the longest beta? I mean, that's probably the
That,
longest
that
beta
is a
I've
long.
played.
It was a long fucking beta. Oh, it was over a week. I think. Wasn't it?
Well, they had issues
No,
with the
it was
bullshit. So.
Yeah, the fucking
guess that's true.
stupid hacker group. Like, quote-unquote hacker group.
Mainly Battlefield 1. I haven't really played much else this week other than a little bit of Rocket League. Fuck, that's pretty much it. The fucking Battlefield 1 beta consumed my life.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
you're
That's
pretty-
fair.
Mine too.
You were pretty useless this week, Sean. After all.
Yeah, but I still had time to fuck your ass in fucking Rocket League.
Nah, I don't remember that. I don't think anybody else remembers that here either.
You gave me a run for my money though. Like I'm kind of getting rusty at Rocket League thanks to Battlefield 1.
Here.
I actually pulled ahead of Sean for the lead for a goal or two.
And how did that end for you?
None of your fucking business, Sean.
I love you, Josh.
No, you don't. I fucking hate you. I hope you die. In a
before
fire.
He wasn't talking about you. He's talking about him. He loves you. He doesn't care if you love him or not.
Oh.
Before the podcast, I drunkenly played Rumble for a little bit, so that's a thing.
How is it?
What do you think of that so far with your 2 minutes of game time?
I don't even remember.
I
remember it.
There was a spike ball. That's all I saw.
I scored a goal with this fucking spike with the ball attached to my car, so that was a thing that
What?
happened.
That's something,
What
right?
button do you have to press to activate the abilities?
LB, I think.
That's your scoreboard.
If you're on Xbox.
So is it LB?
I guess.
Is it your scoreboard?
I don't remember, honestly.
You
It
drunk?
happened 10 minutes ago, but I don't remember.
You're fucking stupid.
Talk to me when I'm sober.
This is true.
Uh,
Disco.
When will that be?
All of you, shut up. Disco. What have you been playing?
I really didn't play a lot.
No,
I
but
played.
Dokkan Battle.
I actually didn't play that much Dokkan Battle. I got my Super Gogeta Dokkan Awakened, and I haven't really played much since then. But
Yeah, but who the fuck cares?
your mother. But I played some Rocket League. Not much. Starting to get really fucking tired of Rocket League. And I played some Battlefield 1 and didn't enjoy that.
Oh yeah, how did the Rocket League against me earlier pan out for you?
Well, aside
Lag.
from the lag,
Someone's cocky.
yeah, aside from the lag,
Always
yes,
excuses.
you won the first game and we didn't play anything else. So, not much happened.
I'm not cocky, I'm getting penisy.
Ha ha.
But as far as my experience for the Battlefield 1 beta goes, the plane combat was bland and
See,
not
I don't.
designed. The sniping was good. I enjoyed the sniping.
Don't forget, we do have a topic on this later. So
Yeah, well, I won't go too much into it.
Not
Just-
going too much into it. Like the plane physics are still kind of finicky.
They're fucky, man. They're not.
They
not
weren't good.
Good.
Like in the
Take
beta.
Crimson Skies, copy and paste it
Oh,
into Battlefield
fuck.
1, and you're good. You don't need to do anything else because then the plane combat will be the best it's ever fucking been.
Damn near like a 14-year-old game.
Yeah, and nobody has beat it in terms of plane combat in
It's
14
a good.
years.
It's a
It
good
is-
14-year-old plane game.
It is a very good game. Yeah, I do remember playing it, and I had a lot of fun with that game.
What are you
Sean
gonna
knows
play,
all about
fucking
playing
Ace
14-year-old
Combat
games.
6 garbage. All the Ace Combats suck. They suck. They're shitty flight games.
What? Wait, all of them?
Sean's reacting to fantasy
Wait,
football. Sorry.
I'm reacting to fantasy.
Oh,
football.
I was gonna say like, what the fuck just happened?
It's gonna be really hard to do the podcast with this fucking erection.
What do you have riding on this?
Money
Money.
Lots
Like
of
how
them.
much
and
money?
pride, a
Like
lot.
$400 and something dollars.
Not
Seriously?
No, first place doesn't get that much.
Welcome to the Friendly Fire Fantasy Football
like 300.
Podcast.
It was
It's
300
it's
last
a
year.
game, I guess technically.
Oh
It
shit!
counts.
Didn't know that.
But,
So anything
anyway.
else, Disco?
what else, Disco?
I played some Pokemon trading card game online. That was good.
What?
Yeah. Played a whole shitload of that.
Until you got kicked for no reason.
Yeah, I did have one game where I was dominating somebody and the fucking server just kicked me back to the main menu for no fucking reason. Absolutely annoying.
No dicks out for Pokemon TCG servers.
But their app is pretty well designed. I mean, seems to work most of the time.
Until it doesn't.
Are you playing on a tablet or are you playing on your phone?
Tablet. My phone is not compatible with it.
Yeah, I don't understand
What?
that. Like,
You have a Galaxy, don't you?
Yeah,
I
So
have
why
a
would the fuck would it
5.
work?
it's not compatible.
I have a Note 4, which is a fucking huge phone. It's something to do with the screen size with the compatibility issues. I don't
It's
know. what
it's
the
a
deal
big
is.
fucking what?
It doesn't matter. There's not enough screen space for the game.
Probably resolution. Probably
It's-
like whatever resolution they put
It's
it
something
in.
like that. It's something stupid.
They probably
But-
made it more common to more mainstream
but-
phones.
you can download the APK file, I think is what it is, similar to what you could do before Pokemon Go was released in the United States. So you can technically download it, but it's not supported in any way, and you have to update it via the APK download and all that stuff.
Sounds terrible. Sounds like a waste of my time.
Sounds like what I used to have to do with One Piece Treasure Cruise.
Exactly, it's exactly what that is.
But I didn't mind it with One Piece Treasure Cruise. I had a special app that did everything for me. So
I know some of
Cool app.
Yeah, I know some of the
Cool app.
So,
Anyway,
But that's it. I didn't do
it.
anything else.
What about you, Slogan?
How many names were you gonna call me there?
I don't know.
Slogan.
Tons.
Drew Logan.
Tons. And they were
So-
all derogatory.
I was actually gone most of the week from my Xbox, which
Minnesota.
which makes me sad. I was gone, yes.
Minnesota.
Stop interrupting you. Interrupting.
Interrupting cow.
Yeah, interrupting cow.
So I played a lot of Battlefield when I could, which I was up late. I really enjoyed it actually. I had a lot of fun with it. I hated Battlefield 4. I thought it was terrible. Sorry, Worth. I fucking hated it.
No, it's so good. I love it.
I'm so excited that there's a new take on Battlefield. I had fun with the land vehicles. The heavy tank is fucking amazing. The air combat needs work. There just hit detection seemed off. I don't know if they're trying to be true to the old school planes, but something just didn't feel right. So we'll see what they change there. I like the original, the map they used, the map that they featured in the beta. I enjoyed. So we'll have to see what changes they make. But aside from Battlefield, I played a little bit of Rocket League, not very much at all. I played a lot of Siege. Same old deal, some ESO.
Same old shit. Mo! Whoa!
Interrupting
That
cow.
wasn't that interrupting. He just was
Interrupting
adding
cow.
to the conversation.
No, I just wanted to interrupt. Tori.
But other than Siege, I think just really ESO, nothing really new. Just there's not anything really new out.
It's that rough time of year, like for
It's right before shit just drops, and then like everything comes out in a few months. So
yeah.
looking forward to a lot of stuff. But that's all I really played. So Worth,
Yes.
what have you been playing?
Battlefield 1, obviously, and
Right.
I mean that it took over my life this week for sure.
Yeah, he actually had a higher level than Logan.
Yes.
Logan always has the most time to play video games,
Well-
and Worth beat him.
I was gone for 5 days.
Logan was
Excuses.
Doesn't matter.
always
Completely
an
viable excuse.
I think I got to like level 27, I think.
I was right around in the 20s
Something
too,
like
though.
that.
I'm pretty sure you guys were in the 30s.
Was I?
Yeah.
I don't fucking remember. Yeah, but you know, I mean, I got a good amount of unlocks, like a good taste of what the game is going to be when it's completed fully. I did like the map, and you know, I like the plane combat. I know you guys didn't care for it that much, but I mean, my biggest complaint about it is I felt like the planes were too bullet spongy, like way too bullet spongy. Like,
Wait,
What?
what do you mean? Like,
I feel like there's too much work involved, like especially if you're dogfighting. If you're like just like one plane shooting another plane, like there's way too much damage needed to shoot down another plane. Like, it's a lot easier to shoot down a plane from the ground in an anti-aircraft gun than it is to shoot down a plane in midair.
I actually agree. I just wish that the hit detection was a little more forgiving, or the aiming was a little better. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
But I think if you could aim a little more accurately, or something along those lines, it would then like be basically like perfect in terms of the damage dealt and damage received.
I mean, I get that, like, you know, it's historically accurate, and like you obviously, it's World War One. Shit's not going to be as precise as like a lock-on missile for Battlefield 3 or 4 or whatever.
Obviously, yeah, that's
Obviously.
you can't do that.
But at the same time, like, you know, maybe nerf the planes a little bit. Don't make them as strong and like as difficult to shoot down if you're in midair.
I could see that.
Yeah. But other than that, like, I thought the game was just fine. Like, obviously I guess another big complaint is obviously the menu screen. The menu screen is super fucking laggy for some reason.
That's just beta issues. Like, it sucked. Obviously, it was fucked up.
Like, it's beta issues, but like, yeah, I don't know. That was just the one annoying part. Like, everything else was okay. And I am excited for what the full game is going to be like. But aside from that, I played, Rocket League and Rainbow Six Siege as usual, and I actually played Brawl for the Wii, or Smash Bros for the Wii U this week.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, but who the fuck cares?
I do. I love Smash. Smash is awesome.
I bought Smash for my 3DS. I played that once in a while.
Yeah. No, Shep Shep invited a couple people over for like just
For smashing?
for Smash. No, it was Memorial Day or Labor Day, or whatever the fuck day it is. I get those two mixed up all the time. Labor Day, yes, the same fucking thing.
Why are you wearing white, you fucking pleb?
I don't know. It's white after Labor Day. Sue me. But
isn't smashing? I mean, isn't Labor Day supposed to be non-labor intensive, and you went over to Shepherd's for smashing? ... Isn't smashing labor intensive?
Sure, maybe, I don't know. But Mega Man sucks in that game, dude. Like I never played Wii U Smash before. I stuck to my main characters, mostly like Sonic, Game and Watch, Mario. I tried using Mega Man because I was like, sure, why not? Want to try a new character? He's terrible. But Greninja's pretty fun. I like Greninja a lot. He's like Fox, but not as like uncontrollable.
Greninja, like the Pokemon?
Yeah, Greninja's in. Sweet. Yeah, it's awesome. He's really fun, and I don't know.
Why Greninja and not Lucario?
Lucario's in it.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I used him too. I use Lucario as well.
Why not Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan?
I wish they would do that. I mean, even just include him as like, Pokeball pickups. But I guess Hitmonlee was in the first one as a Pokeball. I don't know, but whatever. Psych. But that's all I play. Josh, what'd you play?
Oh shit! It's my turn.
It is your turn finally.
Sorry, I had to clear my throat. So anyway, what I've been playing this week is not Mass Effect. Not Mass Effect.
You're fucking
Why?
up.
Waiting. There we go. Logan. I was waiting for Logan.
Why did you not?
Because every time I wanted to play Mass Effect, somebody else was on the TV and the volume was too loud.
It's
and
your
fucking
TV. What are you talking about?
No, the volume was too loud on the other TV.
Put your headset on.
But I have to hook up all that analog bullshit
Don't-
on the Xbox 360.
Don't fucking complain about
Are
it.
you
Play Mass
kidding me?
Effect. You shut your goddamn mouth.
Was
Pat on my Xbox the whole fucking week or what?
No, he was on the PlayStation.
Well, was he out here though?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess that would be conflicting volumes. Put your goddamn headset on.
No,
I don't care.
Just do that.
So, besides not playing Mass Effect, I also played Rocket League.
You have 6 weeks to finish this.
I played Rocket League. When does Andromeda come out?
Like next year sometime.
Exactly.
So. Doesn't fucking matter. That's not the point. The point is play Mass Effect right fucking now.
So,
when are they releasing the remaster?
Yeah, we talked about that bullshit last week.
Anyway, no. Let's not get this shit started. I'm talking. I'm on talks.
I was talking about just like the Mass Effect podcasts. But...
We will do that like the week before Andromeda comes out.
Yes.
We're definitely gonna do that.
And we're definitely gonna use like the Galaxy music as the intro instead of our intro. Yeah, we're gonna use that. We're gonna use the Galaxy map music as our intro.
I like it.
Okay, goddamn right you do.
Do it.
So, besides not playing Mass Effect, I played Rocket League. I also played Rainbow Six Siege. Played some of that today, actually.
How did Rocket League end for you?
God damn it, Sean. Why do you gotta do that every time?
Fucking hate you so much. Why is it that every time you or Logan get a win over me, you have to gloat about it for the rest of your fucking lives?
It makes you stronger.
I hate all of you. Every
better.
single person at this table. Every single one of you. I hate all of you. All the time. Every day, all day, every day.
If you would have won, that wouldn't be the point
of this
problem.
podcast.
What did I
All
do?
of you. No, shut the fuck up, Worth. I hate you too.
Okay.
Besides Rocket League and Siege, what else did I play this week?
Did you say the Battlefield 1 beta?
I did play the Battlefield 1 beta. I played a lot of it actually.
And?
More than I would have liked. It was basically like I was the Rihanna and Battlefield 1 beta was Chris Brown. That is basically how my week went.
I mean, you're not wrong.
No,
You're not wrong.
I haven't raged on a game that hard in a long time. Ask Worth. I went over to Worth's house for a little session in Battlefield and he was screaming.
You lost your mind, dude.
Pretty much.
Like,
yeah.
I was like, Josh, just calm down. Like, it's not that bad.
I think Logan's rage was contagious because like I raged so unbelievably hard on the Battlefield 1 beta and I just couldn't help myself because it was horrible.
I haven't raged like that in a while either. I've gotten way more under control than I used to. Battlefield brings it out though.
Yeah.
That can't be helped.
Battlefield
And Siege.
Get on the mic, you son of a bitch.
And Siege.
Yes.
Siege not as much though.
So anyway, besides those things, that's kind of pretty much it. That's all I played this week.
So, Does anybody have any more Battlefield thoughts? Anything that we didn't
I
cover?
do. Trust
Josh.
me.
Yeah, Josh does for sure.
Trust me.
I had one of the best clips that will ever exist from the Battlefield 1.
Oh God,
where
I know exactly what you're talking
an
about.
airplane is flying through the air, flying directly at me on the ground, and I'm just shooting at it with a machine gun, obviously pointlessly, and it crashes directly into me and explodes, and I live and just walk away.
You don't get hurt.
I don't even get hurt at all. It just pushes me backwards, and the plane explodes, and I move on with my life.
I can top that. I had an experience a couple days ago where I was on the cavalry with the sword, and I was going up against the
horse with a sword.
Yeah, the cavalry.
You were part of the cavalry.
For the
You're
layman.
part of the cavalry.
Whatever. And I was going up against one of the Jeeps with the machine gun on the back of it. It didn't have a guy on the machine gunner. It only had the person driving. I jumped over the Jeep with the horse and fucking slashed the guy with my sword and killed him.
What the fuck?
That is amazing.
Hashtag only in Battlefield.
I did have
Very
another
true.
good one involving airplanes where the person that was flying my airplane was going down. Like, they didn't know what they're doing. They were dive bombing into the ground. And so right before the plane hit the ground, I jumped out. No parachute or anything. Just jumped out of the plane and landed directly on the ground perfectly fine. It was beautiful.
I think I had one that happened to me the other day where like I spawned into a plane that was like in the middle of a dive bomb. Like it was already occupied, but the pilot must have bailed out right away.
Well, that sucks.
Okay, yeah. But like I spawned in the plane right when it was about to hit the ground. And I spawned in, I got in the seat, but I hit X right away. So like in the plane like shot me back up in the air, and I like went down in the middle of the fireball, landed feet first, and didn't get hurt whatsoever. Like
I remember you talking about that.
yeah, I have a clip on my feed, so you should.
That's amazing.
So watch that.
Battlefield's an incredible game, isn't it?
There's so much fun stuff.
For
you can
Disco,
do.
when that plane hits you, it technically hit something in front of you, so it didn't actually hit you first.
I understand that it didn't hit me first, but the plane hit me.
It did, but game logic would say that it lost. Yeah, so
But game logic is that the plane fucking exploded in front of my face and did not do any damage to
I'll
me.
give you that for sure. You probably should have died, but it did
I
hit
am
like
obviously
that.
a god.
Literally a god in every sense of the word. Josh can actually attest to this. He saw me. What was it? I got like 4 headshots in a row in like a matter of 5 seconds.
That was pretty legit.
But I tried to record the clip, and I was like, Xbox, record that. Xbox, record that. It wouldn't fucking
You know
work.
why? Because your Xbox's name is Cortana now, you idiot.
Well, I didn't have the update yet.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I installed the update afterwards.
Well,
but
it's,
now the clip is gone forever.
You double tap the minute button and hit X.
That's what I
immediately.
tried to tell
There
you
you
to
go.
do. And
That
then
is the easiest
But by
way
the
to do it.
Worth
by the time
panicked.
It
by
is
the
way
time that
easier.
by the time that I was like, fuck, I'll just do that. It was already too late. So
No,
like,
he
it's-
panicked during the middle of it and then just said, fuck it, I'm not going to record it. That's exactly what he did.
The truth comes out.
Whatever. Yeah, but still, Josh saw it. It happened.
It did happen. Actually, no, it didn't happen. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Fuck you.
Scrub.
So with it being a beta, obviously there's going to be some of these issues and stuff. Not including beta-related issues. I mean, in Disco, it's not his game really, but did everybody else enjoy it for the most part? I mean, did you
I
have
liked
fun playing it?
I had a lot of fun playing it. Yes, I did. I did.
So I think me and Worth especially. I mean, it's very Battlefield. It has that vibe, right?
It brings back memories of 3, and plus it's a lot more in your face, like brutal type combat, not just like
Oh, the bayonet charge is fucking
I
amazing.
feel like
That's
if
so
we're
cool.
going to say it brings back that Battlefield feel, you should say modern Battlefields, because it doesn't feel anything like Battlefield 2.
what I mean. Yeah, I could see that. I don't think
You can't call it a Battlefield feel when you're basing that off of the modern games.
okay. We'll say like early modern Battlefield games, because I don't think Battlefield 2 had a pretty decent sized following, but I don't think it quite hit its stride yet. So it wasn't.
It was absolutely 100 times better than any of the newer Battlefield games.
I mean, that's debatable, I think, but I do know that a lot of people love that game a lot. Like maybe I would say probably for modern Battlefields, you would go back to like, Bad Company 1 or 2 would kind of be the start of that trend. I would think like 2009ish, something like
Battlefield 3 was close, but they focused way too much on big maps.
To be fair, though, they did jump up the player count on PC, especially to 32v32.
No, that's what I mean. Like they upped the map size so much that it was overwhelming. Like there would be times where if you weren't in a vehicle, you're just running and running and running and running.
That's a fair experience, but I mean, most of the time you could find a base or a squad to spawn on and be in the action quicker. That would happen sometimes. You're absolutely right, but most of the time
it was the
not.
worst in Battlefield 3.
I didn't play enough Battlefield 4 that I don't really know, honestly. But I think Battlefield 3 would. I mean, the community, the people who play it would probably say that was probably the best one. Was 3.
Carg Island, dude.
Carg
yes.
was good. So.
Carg Island for days.
But if you're a Battlefield fan, I'm going to ask you this, Worth, because these people don't care for the game.
Yes.
If you're a Battlefield fan, is this the time to try it out again?
I'd say so, yeah. Because I mean, it's a fresh new take on the game. Like it's straying away from the modern shooters, like the futuristic shooters that everyone seems to have such a hard on for, and going back to like the roots of the old school like first person shooter, like PC style, like multiplayer shooter, I should say. Like with the the World War II type of combat, and it makes it a lot more about gunplay as opposed to perks and that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, like the behemoth isn't like a huge perk that you get.
That benefits the entire team though. That's not just for individuals.
Doesn't matter.
No, Josh, these are very different concepts.
Yes.
You can have a perk based per character where you call it a helo or you call it a missile strike.
Yeah.
Old school shooters, I don't believe had that kind of shit.
This is more of an old school kind of concept in a modern setting in terms of gaming. The generation.
Okay, well, we'll clarify that. Like the genre of like whatever war you're in doesn't constitute as an old school shooter.
No, it doesn't. But it's a blend of both of the genres. Like you get the best elements from each of those, and you bring them together.
Exactly, because there's no real like sights. You can't really put scopes on. There's not kill streak rewards. You get nothing for being a foot soldier and just running. You don't get anything extra. You might be able to find some of those like kind of like weapons on map and things, which gives you a little edge, not a huge edge. And it's the behemoth, which is the train in the situation, which is like a 6-person vehicle. You have to have somebody driving it. Not shooting, not contributing, just driving. So that takes somebody even out of the battle.
Yeah, and so you're taking away 6 people from what's the team size? It's 64.
I think it's 32 again.
32 on 32. So you're taking away 6 people out of the equation that would be used as a foot soldier to pilot this train. So you're not benefiting individual people. You're benefiting your entire team.
The person that's conducting the train can still get on a weapon and shoot.
But you have to stop moving.
Yes.
So you can get at a base and maybe take one of the bases, which is fine. And it only reaches 3 of the 7 bases that you can actually cap. So the majority of the bases can still be captured by the enemy team.
So there's definitely some downsides to using it.
There is also a huge advantage to have the train. It is super powerful. You can be destroyed, so you're not just like a god walking through that cannot be contested.
It takes so much to destroy that fucking train. So much.
Well,
an aircraft can't get anywhere near it.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't.
I've seen planes shoot it and get damage. I've done damage in the plane. The bomber can fuck it up. You have an anti-tank grenade. You have anti-tank mines. You have an anti-tank rifle that you shoot. You can get a heavy tank and shoot it. There's a lot of ways to shoot the train. It takes forever to kill it.
The heavy tank is probably the most viable option in the entire list.
Easily it is. Absolutely. But every little bit will whittle it down because it does take forever to kill.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's.
I didn't see that happen the entire time during the beta. I did not see that.
You were in a match where the train was destroyed.
Was I?
It happened last night.
Yeah.
Where the train was.
When one of the games we were playing last night, it happened.
You just see this fiery mess where the train used to be.
I was too busy raging against other people that were probably cheating.
Get good.
GITGUD. Get good.
But I mean, a game like this is going to have a lot of opinions because there's so many aspects to it.
Yeah.
And so if you're a Battlefield fan, I'd say you're pretty safe enjoying it. And if you're not, it might be another kind of like something very different you're not used to.
I mean, especially
one thing that I didn't get into was I barely played, so I didn't really level up at all, and so I didn't get a chance to do any like class customization or anything along those lines. So I was just using the weapons that were the starter weapons. which they weren't bad. The starting sniper was easy to use and fairly accurate, and the starting assault, whatever it was,
SMG, the SMG,
the SMG was decent. It had decent range. Wasn't great at a long range, which makes sense. So as far as the weapons go, I don't have any complaints about the weapons. I actually couldn't come across a weapon that I thought was just overpowered. I mean, you had the shotgun, which up close was essentially a sure kill, but long range is useless. So
Yeah.
that completely takes most modern day shooters in the 2012 and up all just have shotguns that can shoot across the fucking map, which makes no goddamn sense.
It does
So
get
it's a
frustrating.
Looking at you,
change
Siege.
of pace to see that, but the downside is that the vehicle combat is just, I find it garbage in this game. I mean, the heavy tank takes hours to get across the map, and in order for it to be effective, you need to have like 3 or 4 people in it.
Not true at all. I'm sorry,
And
it's not
Let
true.
him, let him finish. Let
No,
him finish.
no.
The Jeeps are just worthless. I mean, it's literally just a transportation vehicle to get you from one base to the other.
That's more true, but not
And
entirely true.
The plane combat is broken. You can spend hours in the air flying in circles, and there's just nothing to do.
Oh God, he's
Not true either.
So accurate. It's
And-
completely accurate.
See, the not fans of Battlefield are saying this, and the fans of Battlefield are.
Me and Logan are on the same side on this one.
I was in the plane. I tried to get in the plane every time because I enjoy plane combat, and there was multiple times where I'd just fly in circles and try and shoot people on the ground because there was nothing I could do in the air. There's no other planes in the air.
And even you have to admit that the plane combat in this game, like in the beta, was garbage.
It's piss poor.
It's garbage.
I don't think so.
What do you
about it-
mean?
what
Are
about
you
it is
kidding
good?
me?
I
There
think
was I just heard you say earlier that it's entirely too much effort to gun down another plane. Being
That doesn't
in the
mean
back
that
of
it's
a
that
turret.
doesn't mean that
talking
it's
about-
garbage though.
He was talking about the amount of damage it takes to kill
I-
it, not the accuracy,
I
not the
s-
flight controls, only the amount of damage it takes
The
to kill
flight
it.
controls themselves are pretty decent in the
They're
sense that
alright.
they're overly simplified. But
Battlefront controls were way better.
the as far as like the guns, they're the way that the bullets are like shown on screen is not good. You cannot tell where they're going. And they drop off so fast that like you can't even remotely see where you're shooting. So you're just leading blindly, hoping that these bullets, their path drops into the other plane, which makes no sense. These bullets don't drop that fast. So, I mean, you're literally leading the other planes by half your screen just to hit them. That's terrible. Like, that's terrible hit detection.
The lead is really far. Yeah.
The hit detection in this entire beta was honestly just the most garbage of any beta I've ever played ever.
No.
I
Yes,
noticed
it was.
some-
It absolutely was.
no,
It was worse
but
than
it was
Doom.
not.
It was worse than
Dude.
Doom.
I noticed some
It was
issues
worse.
Oh my
when
God.
sniping
It was
where I'd
worse.
shoot somebody who's standing still and it wouldn't hit them,
Yes.
but it was few and far between.
Yeah. No, the hit detection on this needs a little work. Pretty accurate when you're on the ground.
No, not remotely.
As far as the SMG
I have tons of
was,
clips to prove it.
To be fair, though, when you on your Xbox, where it is in this room, you lag a lot in Rocket League, and I'm sure that translates to other games. I guarantee lag was a part of some of your issues.
It very well could be, but it doesn't matter though.
That does
because
matter.
No, it doesn't. Because if I'm not having fun playing your game, regardless of what is going on with my internet connection, I'm the consumer. I'm the one with the money.
But how does your shitty internet make their game bad?
Because it's I don't know.
No, that's
It's-
if you
doesn't matter.
if you were wired in, if you had a better connection, you would have
It
you would have a
might be
different
okay.
opinion. You would have a different opinion if the hit detection was improved. Would you have a better time?
Yes, absolutely.
So that does not play into their quality of their game. It's your internet. You just said that.
It has everything to do with it. It could have something to do with netcode. It has something.
No,
Yes,
not when
it could.
Not when
It
us
could.
three said the hit detection was not as bad as yours.
I mean,
That's the internet.
I
would say
I never had a
only
problem with
encountered
detection.
issues like, okay, say I fired 20 sniper rifle rounds that I'd say other than the ones that I just flat out missed, only like 1 out of 20 rounds would be an obvious hit that didn't hit them.
I just think your
I
internet...
had more than that. I had way more than that.
I just think it was your internet connection is the only thing.
Screaming at the TV, like, it's just like, this is not possible.
Your Xbox frequently does that with lag, though. And I mean, that's just unfortunately...
I didn't run into any issues when using handguns or the SMG or anything like that. Like, all of those seem to be coded pretty well. But my biggest complaint is the vehicles. And it's been that way with Battlefield for the last several Battlefields, is I don't like the vehicle combat. It doesn't feel real in any way, shape, or form. It's just like a simulated vehicle combat that they do a poor job simulating.
I would actually disagree with you on that, to be honest. To me, like, it was realistic in the sense that, like, the way that they did the physics as far as, like, how the vehicles moved were fine, but, like, the controls, like, how you control the vehicles in this game is garbage. It's absolute garbage.
You said something about, like, how the tanks, move too slow.
Pointing at Disco,
yes. If we're talking historical accuracy here, just playing devil's advocate, those big heavy tanks, like, since those were like that's essentially new technology back at that time.
I'm not arguing with you on
average
that.
time.
What I meant was that in relation to the other vehicles, the tanks move too slow.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, average speed for those tanks around that time was like maybe 10 miles an hour, if that. Like, but like that, once again, that's new technology.
And if you get a heavy tank, let's say you started at G, okay? You can roll up to F, which is not too far, you kill people. You roll up to C, it's a little farther, you might get some combat. Then you go to B to D to A. So it depends on kind of the route you take also. Where it is slow, I'll give you that. They are slow moving, but you can take intelligent paths.
With the heavy tanks was that unless you had at least one other person in the heavy tank with you, it was almost a useless vehicle. Like, you would spend more time just driving it to an area than you would ever spend in combat.
Did you drive it much?
I was in it several times.
Did you drive it though?
Did I drive it myself?
Okay.
No. I was always the gunner.
So
gunner, I actually enjoyed being the gunner because that felt very realistic. I liked how the windows were limited viewing, and you really felt like you were a gunner, aside from some issues with, like, camera angles, but where you would be firing and you couldn't even see your gun or the bullets.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I enjoyed being the side gunners and the rear gunner. But my issue with it was that when you would go those long distances, you would spend 90% of your time doing nothing.
Well, I wish you could have driven it, because you had two alternate fires, and as the driver, you had the rocket, basically the
tank shot.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Then you had like a shotgun essentially as the tank. When you drove it, you were super fucking powerful. I killed so many people while driving, and I wish you could have got that driving experience. But see, if you don't go from one far base to another far base where there's nothing in between, that can be a problem for sure. You got to kind of go where the next point of action is. So, it would have been nice if the tanks were faster, though. I'll give you that.
I do miss my tank slow from Battlefield 4.
The Battlefield 4 and 3 tanks had like a sprint option where you could just book it in a straight line. It was awesome.
Yeah, so that's the main issue. Like, I didn't think that the tank speeds were inaccurate in terms of historical accuracy. I thought that they were slow in comparison to the other vehicles.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
So, from a person's perspective that has never played a Battlefield game before, I've never touched a Battlefield game before I played Battlefield 1.
You would definitely
the beta.
Yeah, you would not have fun probably.
So, like, no, hear me out. Like, the first couple of days were rough because, if I shoot you in the fucking head, I want you to die. And it just, I do understand it's a beta. I do understand technical hiccups aside, right? I do understand that that's part of the problem, but my expectations for this beta were so high. And the reason why was because it's made by the same developer and the same company that made the Battlefront beta, and the Battlefront beta to me was perfect. It was fucking perfect. No. I spent weeks playing it, and I had so much fun playing it. And it could be a Star Wars bias.
It was definitely, because I played that same beta, and that beta had some of the same issues.
Was it trash? I loved it. I loved every second of playing the Battlefront.
I enjoyed playing the Battlefront beta more than I enjoyed playing the Battlefield 1 beta. Because there was a lot more, like, action. That's the only reason. As far as, like, hit detection and all those things, it suffered from a lot of the same issues.
And I think it's still funny that the four of us are here right now. Sean left. The four of us are here. The two Battlefield fans enjoyed Battlefield 1 better. The two not fans of Battlefield like the other beta better.
I didn't like either of the betas.
That's good too. Disco doesn't like anything. That's fair, right? So,
Disco just doesn't like anything.
There has been very few betas in the last several years that I thought were even remotely up to par as far as a game should be in a beta state.
That's what I mean. Like at this far in a beta state, with as much as they've hyped this game up, I thought that it should have been in better condition than what it was.
I mean, look at Overwatch.
Honestly,
Overwatch is like, oh hey, this beta is the game that's at launch.
Pretty much.
to be fair, that game didn't launch with every feature available.
I'm just saying, like,
no, but mechanically and
lately
like,
companies are using betas as an excuse for testing, and that's an alpha. It's not a beta. A beta should be near finished game, ready to be released, not filled with bugs.
Yeah, and Battlefield 1 was not even close.
Well, hold on. Again, no, worth on. You can you can agree or disagree if you want. In Battlefield, I mean, versus a game as easy as you say, like Call of Duty. Call of Duty, you point, you fire, they're dead immediately.
Yeah.
Battlefield, naturally, in all those games, you have more health than a regular. You know, if you get shot in the leg, you know, in real life, you're gonna fall over and be in pain. Battlefield, you can lay into someone's head, but there's enough health there that even if you get like a headshot with a machine gun, they're still gonna have some health there, right?
Yeah, it is still it is a much different dynamic.
It's the nature of that
and it's
game
a lot,
specifically.
While it is fast paced, it is not as like, you know, caffeine infused hair trigger type of gameplay like Call of Duty is.
You guys are misunderstanding me. I'm talking about the bug where like I'm shooting someone in the head and like they're not dying. I'm getting damaged, but they're not dying.
What gun? Just what gun?
What gun? What gun?
Sniper rifle.
Okay, that's not true because a headshot will kill every time. That was either lag or maybe beta issues.
I can show you a fucking video that. Did you see the video that I shared to the Facebook chat group like a few days ago?
Probably not.
Guy was like,
I saw it,
unloading a fucking like bullet after bullet into this dude's head and was getting damage counters. Guy was not dying.
You got damage counters?
Not dying. Yes.
So for one, it would show you how many points of damage you did if you got a damage counter. It would tell you how many points of damage.
Yes,
I ran into this problem multiple times too.
It could be a sniping. It could be a sniping glitch.
I had several issues where I was doing like 150 damage to somebody and they'd just still be running. And that doesn't make any sense because everybody has 100 health, right?
There's also a couple classes you can actually pick up weapons on map that give you extra armor. Possible they happen to be those guys. We'd have to look at the video. I don't know these things.
Regardless, I do want to say good things about the Battlefield 1 beta. I do want to say good things about it because regardless of like the amount of things that I disliked about it, it still kept bringing me back. And I think that that's something that's very noteworthy to say about a beta or an alpha or whatever you want to classify it as. I do think that is saying something about it, because there were times where I was having so much fucking fun with it and I was like, oh, this is great, this is awesome. And then there were times where I was just like, I want to break my TV and everything in sight because this does not make sense.
But how many games have you done that with, like in the history of your gaming career?
Not many, actually.
You did break your wrist on a fight stick playing a fighting game once. So.
Okay. No, it was my hand, and two, that is the biggest rage fit I've ever had. Ever.
Breaking a bone,
I was drunk as fuck. I've
never broken a bone or
I was so drunk.
You have put holes in your wall.
But I didn't break a bone doing that. That's a step up.
I was
Josh
drunk.
took it to...
I was drunk. So that
I remember all
excuses
those secret posters
everything.
hiding holes.
This is true. I used to put posters on the wall when I put holes in the wall.
I was
being younger. It happened.
I was drunk. That was my excuse.
Did you get your deposit back?
I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
So.
Anyway,
this goes on me for a while. So.
He also had controllers in his closet that were specifically there for punching.
I would get up and walk to my closet and then shatter that controller because it was already broken.
Nice.
That's
awesome.
funny.
Yeah, it's way better than breaking your actual controller.
Right.
But like, the thing is, like, I'm sorry, I still hung up on Battlefield stuff. Like, let's say you have an assault rifle in Battlefield 1 and you shoot somebody in the head. If their gun happens to do more damage to you faster, regardless of where they hit you, you'll die first because there is still a lot of health involved. It's not Call of Duty,
and also, I mean, different guns do different like forms of damage. You know,
that's true depending on what you have.
Okay, yes, but my point is that like I do not feel like it was balanced in any way. I felt like it was balanced to a degree, but it was just there were times where situational stuff that would happen where I was just like, there was no way in fuck that this makes any sense to me. And Logan, I know for a fucking fact that you felt the same way during this beta.
But, okay, the thing about me with getting mad at games is that in the moment, I do get fucking furious. After 5 seconds of cooling off, I can see what happened. There are times when I was getting headshots, and then I would die, and I would get mad. Then I go, oh fuck, I realized what he did to kill me.
No.
And so this thing is, like, even worse, you said you do different outputs of different damage. Even if you get headshots, like 3-4 shots in a row on your assault rifle, if someone kills you with a different kind of weapon, and they do more damage quicker, that's the nature of Battlefield. That's where I think you think the imbalance comes from not playing Battlefield games. It's a very normal thing in Battlefield. Some of it was beta issues, absolutely. But it's part of the... I wish that you had played more Battlefield 3 or 4 or Hardline even. It's part of the way the game is.
I mean, I would say that the weapon balancing was, if we're going to talk about just the pure class-based weapons, I think they were all balanced properly.
I agree.
There was multiple times
hit detection was what I was getting at, not weapon balance. Weapon balance, yes. Hit detection, absolutely fucking not. So
that could be arguable.
On the foot, or on the ground foot soldiers, I think the hit detection was pretty good.
I only had problems with the sniper.
I heard every single one of you complaining about some form of hit detection during this beta.
The difference, I think, is in the moment rage versus actual problems. Because I do get furious in the moment, but I also just got mad because I died.
But it's a majority consensus.
No,
all of you were just like, how the fuck did this happen? Like,
but we all just literally now agreed that it was more either anger or we all just said the hit detection was balanced. The gunplay was balanced.
We all
just said that.
Well, let me finish. Like, still haven't gotten to talk about what, goods and bads about this beta. You guys keep interrupting me. Besides, so the vehicle stuff I thought for the most part was pretty alright. I thought it was annoying as fuck that I could only operate the vehicle on one joystick. Like, if I tried to use the other stick to look left or right, that was so confusing and disorienting. Like, it to me, I was just like, no, this is dumb. Besides the fact that I didn't like that shit about the vehicles, the plane thing with the bullet lead on other planes to me was garbage. I just did not like it at all.
I agree with you that for sure.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I just thought, I was like, this is way too much effort to put in to try and kill something. Like, and I'm flying around half the time with fucking nothing to do. So, like, I didn't really... I liked it when I was flying around and playing with you guys just because we were bullshitting the whole time, but honestly, for the most part, just gameplay-wise, if I was doing this shit by myself, I'd be like, it's fucking boring.
I thought in terms of flying, that it was better to be the rear gunner.
Yeah, completely.
Like,
utterly.
I felt like I was doing something when I was in the rear gun, but flying, I felt like the gun was... It didn't make any sense that the rear gun was like 10 times more accurate than the front gun.
Yeah.
Like... The front gun is like way more powerful. How is it possible that the rear gun could be more accurate?
Right.
Did you guys try the bombers?
I never got to use it.
Yeah,
the bomber was awesome.
I was in a turret on the bomber, but I didn't actually get to
bomber.
use the actual bomber itself.
The cool thing about the bomber is you could actually look down under your plane and you could fly it while looking down. So you could aim and fly while you were like not looking, in the pilot seat. So you could really get precise where the bombs would drop. It was fun.
That was cool.
I had a great time.
That was really fun.
So.
Yeah, and like, I would be on a horse, and I loved being on a horse, but like, I could be like 5 or 10 feet away from someone and swing my sword and instantly kill them.
That was weird.
I had a fucking horse like run beside me with the sword on the other side of me, not even close to me, and it killed me. Like,
that was kind of weird.
Fix that shit. To me, like, if it's in a beta, it should be close to being ready to go. It should not have hit detection bugs. Like
I wonder if that was trying to compensate for the fact that you could only like technically swing on one side because that's where you're holding it. Because I mean, in real life, if you're on a horse, you could reach over. I don't fucking know horse combat. But all I'm saying is, I wonder if they're trying to compensate for the fact that it was limited animations and limited movement. I don't know. It did feel weird. It absolutely felt weird. But I'm just curious what the developer choice was to make that horse the way it was.
I mean, my final thoughts, and because I want to wrap this up, because we've spent way too much time on this already. But
Never
like,
too much time.
The way that I want to summarize my Battlefield 1 thoughts is that, like, I did enjoy what I played. For 75% of the time, I enjoyed what I played in Battlefield 1. honestly, to me, I feel like there's a lot of shit they need to fix. And I'm definitely not pre-ordering this by any means. I'll keep my eye on it. I thought it was pretty cool that despite all of the rage I had about the beta, like it still brought me back to the game to play it constantly. So I'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens. If you guys are really enjoying it and it seems pretty balanced in the first couple weeks of the game, I'll probably buy it, but we'll see. So
My final thoughts are 5.5 out of 10.
yeah, as of now, pretty much.
I would say 8 out of 10. I had a great time. I'm
I'd
excited for
give it
the
a solid.
fixes to come back. If you're a Battlefield fan, it's just more Battlefield, just in a different setting. You'll understand like the little nuances that the game that has always been, and you'll just learn it quickly, and it's fun.
It's much better than Hardline for sure.
Better than 4. Fuck that game. Hardline was great.
I love 4. I love 4 so much.
Patrick
He's
has
back.
joined us.
Patricio!
Hello.
We were waiting for you to say something.
Hello.
There it is.
Hello!
Hello, please.
Pat, what do you want to talk about next? Since you've been gone so long,
First off, what's you been playing this week?
I don't know. What have you been playing this week?
What have I been playing this week?
The
Josh
Witcher.
can answer that question. too.
Fallout!
No, I've been playing a lot of Fallout.
Oh, right on.
Nuka World, man.
So much Fallout.
That's true.
I think I have officially found my favorite weapon ever created in Fallout ever. Josh has seen it, so he knows how legit it is. So normally
6 to midnight.
you had your like rocket-powered sledgehammer, where you could actually
Yes.
put like a little rocket thing on the back end. Because I'm playing my melee character for the Nuka World DLC. But I attached saw blades to it and electrified it at the exact same time.
God.
And you can paint your weapons now to make them like one solid color, but I made it look crazy like different colors because my guy has the Glasgow smile, so he looks like the Joker kind of.
Well, that's terrifying.
So yeah, he is just going around just mauling people with an electrified, rocket-powered chainsaw or saw blade sledgehammer. If that makes sense to everybody.
Why
That
the
sounds
fuck
like
not?
some Dead Rising shit.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've been digging it. Other than that, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Fallout. I got Hearthstone. I've been playing Hearthstone, whatever you want to call it.
Horfstein?
So proud of you for saying it right.
Hearthstone. Yeah, I know, right?
Hearthstone?
Been playing the new solo adventure that I got for free because I just have 8 million pounds of gold just sitting in my bank without even trying. That's the thing I love about that game is I don't have to pay for anything. The last boss fight though, I will agree, 100% bullshit. I am so angry right now at that goddamn fight.
Most of the time, there's at least one fight in the story mode that's just garbage.
Ugh, you literally start out
You
with
have
like
to build a deck specifically made to beat that boss.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Beat!
yeah, it's not easy to beat either. I'm not lying when I say that. No, you start off and it's like a little 15 HP like orc like deck that you have to take on. And then you take on the main one, and you know, being used to the story mode, I'm like, oh yeah, guess what? He plays a card that wipes all the minions. I'm like, okay, I can build a deck based off around that. But then he has Jaraxxus's ability, like I was telling you, like 2 cost, 6/6, sweet, every freaking turn. And then also he has pretty much all the best Warlock cards, like destroy a minion, gain 3 health. Also, deal 4 damage to 3 random enemies. I'm like, oh, okay, like we can just play
Why
these
not?
cards. And the best part is he plays like the normal Warlock cards that make you sacrifice a mana, you know, crystal. Guess what? He never goes back down from 9. Even if he plays those cards, it's like, nope, it just stays at 9 the entire time. Awesome. I love this. You know, it has been a pain in the ass to I just need this one last victory. That's all I need, and I'm done with the fucking adventure. But guess what? Can't fucking do it. It's so hard. Oh, it's so annoying because I've tried everything. Like mage, just get rid of everything. Have no minions on the field, so he does this stupid doom bullshit and get rid of it. And try to take over, and I'm like, no, he keeps some of these dumbass 6/6s the entire time, and it's annoying. It's very annoying.
Fireball.
Yeah.
Seriously, fucking fireball.
Lightning bolt.
Unfortunately, I do not have that legendary. I really wish I had the Archmage so I could get
Archmage
fireballs.
Antonidas, baby.
Yes. Get all those
I'm so glad
fireballs
I don't play
up
that
in my
game
deck.
anymore.
Every once in a while, I'll hear Pat screaming profanities in his room for no reason. I'm assuming that's because of that game.
It is because of
specifically.
Hearthstone. Yeah. Normally, it takes a lot for me to rage, but when I lose like 3 times in a row, because of complete bullshit. I'm like, ugh,
Fucking top decking bullshit.
It's the
Pat, I
worst.
don't think I've ever actually seen you rage before.
Takes a lot.
Yeah.
Logan's seen me rage.
I can
It's pretty
hear it
funny.
sometimes too from
Yeah.
across the room.
Logan-
Like, oh,
Logan is
Pat's
very-
getting angry. That
Yeah.
doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, Logan has heard me rage.
Like,
It's a rare thing.
You hear me get angry like almost every time I play games. So
Josh
it's probably.
witnessed me throw my controller against the ceiling, and I caught it in my hand again.
I heard it that night. I heard it hit
I
the
caught it. I
ceiling.
was so mad. I was like, "Huh, "Fuck this game!" And I threw it, and I literally hit the
Hashtag
ceiling, and then I
you
caught
and
it.
VC3.
Again. Like, God damn.
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Ah.
Died in one combo. Like literally died in one combo.
You guys
Well-
want to play some Marvel later?
No.
When's Marvel,
You
baby?
can go fuck
Let's
yourself.
let's go.
You want to start the Holocaust again?
Mm,
Let's- No, I'm kidding.
Pat also played Peggle this week.
Oh, nice.
And
That's a
Banjo-Kazooie.
fun. That's a
He-
fun
he
game.
played
Banjo
Banjo-Kazooie.
Kazooie.
Pega's
Yeah, I got some
legit.
achievements for
Nice.
the homie.
Yeah, Pat
Because
was
you'll never play them, and I love them, so
No,
I'll play
never.
them for you.
like I was playing a game and Pat was like, "Hey Josh, look at this." And like he's standing like on the edge of this pipe and he's trying to get this like spinning skull thing that's on top of the
Goddamn,
pipe
I
and he's
hate
like, "Hey Josh, watch this." And I turn around and watch and then like he just completely fails. Like he's like
I tried
trying to like do a
I-
backflip from the pipe on top of the pipe and just like falls completely off and dies.
Oh, that's
It's-
amazing.
There is a
That's
way to
amazing.
do the
Ridiculous.
backflip. There's a Mumbo token, like right when you go into Clanker's Cavern. There's a Mumbo token right on your entry point, and there's a way to do the backflip and actually hit it. And I used to do it all the time. It's like, Josh, watch this. I'm gonna be pro. Nope. it was not good. The entire.
It was
It's been
actually
so long
pretty
since I
funny.
played that game. I was like, nope, I don't remember exactly where to hit this thing. But yeah, other than that, a little bit Street Fighter. I'm jumping on some Street Fighter.
I also heard some
Yeah.
Street Fighter related profanities as well.
No, it was good.
There were some of those.
It happens.
Yeah. There
Well,
were some of those.
Since I'm probably gonna take off, we should move into the Pokemon Sun and Moon news.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They
There was
released
some of
more
that.
shit.
I'm telling you, this game's gonna be fucking sweet.
I didn't read Sean's little deal here. What's the news? I didn't.
Okay, so there's a few new features getting added. I haven't gone super in depth reading it all, but one of the new features is essentially like bringing Pokemon Snap back by adding
what?
Adding-
Favorite worst game ever. No, I'm kidding.
adding like
It's
a
not the worst
camera
game ever.
feature into the
Yeah.
game where there's parts of the game where you can take pictures of Pokemon and things, and then you can get better upgrades for taking pictures of Pokemon.
That is fucking awesome.
Oh god, me and Disco played so much Pokemon Snap back in
I
the
love
day.
Snap.
Oh my god.
All the
Pokemon Snap
snaps.
is
Oh,
ridiculously
amazing
awesome.
flashbacks to my childhood. Oh my god, we had so much fun.
And then there's this other feature called like Ultra Beasts. I haven't gotten to read into that yet, but it has a sweet name, whatever it is. But the main feature that I saw that they were talking about, there's always differences between the games in terms of which Pokemon you can catch. Like in the first one,
Talking about the time bullshit.
like Weedle and Caterpie, and this new game is going even further than just having different Pokemon. In that the games are going to be 12 hours
Yes.
apart from each
Knew he was
other.
going to talk about this. Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it's called Sun and
Pokemon-
Moon for a reason.
Pokemon Sun
Weird. What
will
the fuck?
exist in a whenever it is in a daytime mode. Pokemon Moon will exist in the opposite 12 hours of the day.
And the games are synced.
They're
To the
synced
point, yeah.
opposite of
So
each
you
other.
can't set the time like you could back in old
Nope.
school Gold, Silver.
Nope.
What?
You
Oh.
cannot do that.
Oh my god.
That's kind of cool. I like
So
that.
it gives you a chance to actually interact with other people and be like, "Oh, you have Moon? Well, I have Sun. You can get shit that I can't get at certain times. We should
We should
hang
trade.
out or trade."
They've also introduced 3 new characters into the story. So you can go online and read into those if you feel like
If you
it.
A couple new
Want
Pokemon too.
I think I saw, I don't know if this was a fake thing or not, but I thought I saw a different form of Rattata.
Eradicate.
Oh yeah,
No,
no.
that's 100% legit. It's a normal dark type, and it looks like he has big like chipmunk cheeks, like going on it. And then there was this weird tank Pokemon that when it says type, when it comes up, it says null, like Null, which
Like it doesn't have a type.
correct. But then on the bottom it says type normal. Like so I don't know if it starts as a normal type, but it can't take damage as a normal type.
Maybe it has like
The ability is called Battle Armor, is what it has. So it may have the ability to just have
Maybe it
no
avoids,
type
yeah, no
whatsoever. So it
weaknesses.
can't not,
no
You can-
weaknesses or strengths.
but you do
Essentially.
normal damage against it all the time, which is a balancing effect. Yeah.
Gotcha.
There was also a pretty sweet Rattata that also had a pretty sick mustache.
Yeah.
So
That's the one I'm talking about. The dark form of the Rattata has like a mustache.
yep, that's totally me. That's
I
me
was
in
thinking the
Pokemon form.
Raticate's the only one I saw.
Josh
that
is a
had
Pokemon.
I'm
Is a
a
dark
Pokemon.
Rattata.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they're introducing a bunch of new stuff to this game, though.
This
I do
game-
like the 12-hour thing, though. When
Yeah,
they
it's
when
really
they announced
interesting.
that, I was like, okay, which one are you getting?
Me, I'm getting Moon.
I always based it off.
I've
has
actually
the
been
cooler box
contemplating
art.
buying the little tin that comes with both games. I'm definitely contemplating that.
I'm horrible about it, and I'm always like, which box art looks cooler? And I'm like,
I
I'm gonna get
always
that
go
one. Unless
with-
I hear people be like, if you were like everybody, my friends were getting one type, and I'm like, Disco, what you get? You're my one Pokemon guy I can depend on. I'm like,
I
okay.
almost always get the opposite of what I know everybody else is going to get. Like with X
They
and
got
Y,
X.
I knew everybody was going to get Y. I was like, nope,
I
I'm
got
buying
X.
X. With
Yggdrasil.
Black and White, I knew everybody was going to get Black, so I bought White. With Diamond and Pearl, actually Diamond and Pearl was one of the first ones where I went with Diamond because I knew everybody
Would
would
you
buy
get
Diamond.
silver and gold?
Silver and Gold, I bought Gold.
Really? You got Ho-Ho?
Yeah.
Fuck that Lugia.
What a
Damn,
chump
Lugia
over
is
here.
All
Days.
days.
Red, Blue, and Yellow, I bought Yellow.
But you get a counteract. It's 40 and 70. So you can collect both of them, but one of them is level 40 and one of them is level 70. But I'd rather get Lugia level
What
40.
was it? What was Gen Ruby and Sapphire? I bought
That's
Sapphire.
Kyogre and
Kyogre, you mean?
Kyogre and
Oh, yeah.
Groudon. I went with Kyogre. Everybody's like, "Oh, you bought the fucking whale one." It's like, yeah, it's like the best fucking Pokemon
You know what was
ever.
annoying about that game, though? And this is just being like the small gameplay issues. Is if you picked the Sapphire version, you know, you had to face Team Aqua all the time, and they always had the Piranha. I can't remember his name. The Piranha
Carvin,
Pokemon.
huh?
Yeah, Carvin. And he always did like extra physical damage to you. You didn't have to worry about that shit. I had the Sapphire version. Don't get me wrong, but it was
so
like,
you didn't have to worry
when
about
you-
rough skin.
Yeah, all it like that was the most annoying part. Is like every fucking person you fought always had a Pokemon that had rough skin on it, and you're like, whether it was Jetsam or freaking
It was always
Carvin.
Vipers and Carvin Haas.
You're sitting there, and you're like, oh yes, I'm just gonna take damage this entire time. This is awesome. And then you play Ruby version, like this is a lot easier than I remember this game being a little bit. At least when taking on like the teams.
Team Magma.
Yeah.
Is that what they called it in the new games? Magma, not Rocket?
Oh, they've always changed.
Rocket
Every
was
generation.
the first game.
Rocket was in the original
Yeah.
Gold and Silver.
Yeah, and then Ruby
Mag-
and Sapphire was Magma and Aqua.
Yeah.
Diamond and Pearl was
Was one Team Plasma?
No.
yes.
Was that later?
That was X and Y.
Pla-
X
Okay.
and
Oh,
Y
I'm way
was
ahead.
Plasma,
Okay.
yeah.
Never mind. Disregard me.
Those are us.
Diamond and Pearl was that Flare?
Team Flare?
No, Team Flare was X and Y.
So was it Plasma?
No, I
and
think
Diamond
Plasma
Pearl?
was Diamond Pearl. Yeah, no, I think we're
Aha!
yeah.
Ha!
I was right. I don't even play these games,
Yeah,
bitch.
No,
Got
Diamond. Yeah, Diamond. No, I think Black and White was
See, I thought Black and White was Plasma.
Plasma. X and Y was Flare. X and Y was Flare.
That's what I said.
You guys figure this shit out later.
I don't care.
I don't know what the new
But
one
this
is.
new
gonna
one
be.
is.
I thought I saw something about them mentioning what the new one was going to be, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm looking at
too
it.
in depth for me.
Look-
So
Team Death.
I'm kicking around the idea of getting 3DS for the third time,
Woo!
but
For the
Get a
because
2DS, and guess what? You don't have to worry about the annoying
Nah,
fucking
I
like
want
strain
the-
on your eyes.
I want
And
the
you can play
new
all those
3DS.
games.
That's what I want.
I
The
know you
3DS,
do.
the 3DS is much better than.
When
a
is the
fucking
new
fanboy.
3DS going to come out?
I know, maybe I'll get that. But I the reason I'm thinking about getting it is because I want to start from the remakes of Red and Blue and go from
Yes.
that Gen 1 all the way through again.
Can't
How far
play
are you
Game
in
Boy
Yellow?
Advance games.
I'll get an SP cheap somewhere.
How far are you in Yellow?
I haven't played anything ever.
I'm up to. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like crazy far, but I just got my 5th badge.
Nice.
I
I'm
think
getting
I
to
was
that
only
point
at 2 or
on
3 when I was-
Pokemon Blue. I went OG because fuck that yellow bullshit.
Yellow is the best. You get
Oh,
Eevee right away.
starters.
Oh,
Yellow is the best.
Good. Trade me your level 100 Eevee, and I'll give you a level 2 Bulbasaur.
Fight me.
Yellow is the best.
Oh my god.
Any more Pokemon news at all? Those are the highlights.
They said the Pokefinder and Ultra Beast. There's a lot of info out there. Just read up one of the articles.
Yeah, there is a lot of information. So.
Oh, and they released a trailer today.
They did.
For the new one?
It featured the even fatter Raticate.
Might have been
usual.
yesterday though.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. You saw the new Raticate, and he has like the chipmunk fucking like cheeks full thing going on, and that was the other thing with that null type, which is kind of weird.
He's doing the chubby bunny.
Diabetes Raticate.
Diabetes. Well, I would talk to Sean about this topic, but he's not here anymore. And now I have no one to share my stories with.
I played tons of Call of Duty 4.
Yeah.
So I could
played
talk
Call
to
of
you
Duty
about
4.
it.
Did you?
But
I just
literally do not give two fucks about the remaster.
Gay.
I
All
do.
I did was play the story. Like, I did not give a shit about multiplayer. The story was awesome. I remember that sniper mission like in the back of my head, and it's like, oh, I gotta check which way the wind's going on the flag,
Yeah.
which was awesome.
That
I
was
like,
cool.
okay, that's because you spend the whole time just sneaking,
And then
and then you get up to the tower and you're like, oh shit, I actually kind of gotta think about this before I shoot. And no matter what happens, and you're like, fuck, you gotta get back down from that thing.
I actually wish I could care
Was
less.
it Captain Percy?
I actually
Captain Price.
wish-
Price.
Yeah, Captain Price.
I wish I could care less.
But I mean, based on the footage that me and Sean saw from Hutch, the COD YouTuber, the old school COD YouTuber, was able to stream some of the early footage at PAX this past weekend. And from what I saw, and based on everything that he was saying, like it feels and plays and looks, with the exception of the updated graphics, exactly the same as the original. Like his only complaint was the sound, or like some of the audio, which really didn't even sound that bad to begin with. And like it looks amazing. Like it looks like it's gonna do a lot of justice to the original.
Nobody cares.
I do. Which you were gone. I prefaced this.
Nobody
with,
cares at all.
Stretching and just.
Yeah, I walked away for a second. Nobody cares.
I prefaced this with like Sean being gone,
I'm
and I have
actually
no one to talk
walking
about this
away
with.
right now.
But still, yeah. COD 4 remastered looks really good, and I'm stoked because I love COD 4. Pat, what?
Sorry, just real quick, off chance. So,
Off chance.
first two, obviously, were Team Rocket, Team Aqua, and Team Magma. Team Galactic was the one in Diamond and Pearl.
Okay.
Weird.
Team Galactic, Team Plasma
Okay.
was in the next one, and that was Black and White. And then X and Y was Team Flare, which we were right about. But the next one that we've all been seeing is Team Skull, which are all like punk rock looking motherfuckers.
Interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, the art designs look cool. I'm interested to see what type of Pokemon they'll have. They have Dark type.
Dark type's legit. I love Dark type.
Dark type's
I've
so
always
good.
liked Dark type.
Dark type
Yeah.
is best.
When I was introduced in Gen 2, I was so excited. I was like,
Umbreon?
oh, these are fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Houndoom?
Umbreon, yeah.
Houndoom
Oh,
was
dude.
cool,
Oh,
cool.
no
Houndoom
fucking-
was
Houndoom
I was so
the
jealous
best.
that I had silver and I couldn't get a fucking Houndour because you could only get it in gold version. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was a fire dark type, which it seems legit as shit.
It's awesome.
And now you can get Mega Houndoom.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Oh.
God, I'm probably gonna go back and buy a 3DS. 'Cause I'm gonna end
Do
an
it.
SP because I want to go back and play every gen. Bye, Disco.
Bye,
Disco's
Disco.
leaving. And Josh walked outside, but
Joshua does that.
So I was like, 'cause I was gone this week. I didn't really look at any gaming anything. Did anybody get a chance to really pay attention to the PlayStation announcement that they did?
I watched the conference today.
Okay, so
Personally.
you have the floor then. What's the scoop here?
So
Uh,
I just heard mixed things about the whole thing. So what's up, Pat?
Basically, I think the main reason the general public was mad is because it wasn't a release for like new games or trailers, etc., as like E3 and some of the other big conferences are.
Mhm.
This was more of a technical conference.
Like a hardware type thing.
I mean, the first like 45 minutes was on stage, and they were like, "Hey, look, we're running all these games at either 4K and HDR." Is what
Yeah.
they were like hyping up. They're like, "PlayStation Pro, look, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this." Based off the trailers, they did show some new stuff, like the new Horizon trailer was really cool. They showed a little bit of Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh yeah, I saw
It was
that.
just it was mainly environmental based, like very little storyline, very little, like you got to see a little bit at the end of the characters in the cutscene kind of like looks to it. Everything was visual based the entire time.
They had an Asari at least.
They did.
They did. Yeah.
The other thing, I think the main reason why I pissed people off is because, like I said, for being a 2-hour conference, it literally went from 45 minutes in on stage, and then pretty much the rest of the conference was like interviews or people just talking about what was shown, and then having the gameplay footage like going like on a screen on the side and cutting to it every once in a while.
That was part of the conference itself?
Yeah. Yeah, like the entire
That's weird.
The entire like on when I say on stage, I mean like literally like CEO or producer of the game, etc., on stage with the crowd in front of them, 45 minutes. Everything else was all like interview based or just like I said, talking about the game and then having the gameplay footage cutting back and forth between full screen and on the side, full
I
screen
guess
on the
that
side.
kind of makes sense because it's still the developers and the people talking about
It
it.
is.
But
No, it was
it doesn't sound like a
entertaining to watch.
conference style presentation.
Yeah, like
Huh.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was like skipping ahead to certain points on the video. I'm like,
I don't care about this.
well, literally, it was just like, oh, they're talking about Watch Dogs 2, which I don't care about. So
Hey,
I'm like,
Game's gonna be
they
awesome.
were talking about Watch Dogs 2,
Yeah.
which I don't care about. I'll say it again.
It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
No, it graphically that was out of all the HDR 4K like visual demos they showed. They did Spider-Man was the first one they did.
Oh, that's why
That
I
looked
bought a
awesome.
PlayStation.
Spider-Man looked legit.
That's
Looked
the
awesome.
whole reason I'm buying a
They
PlayStation.
did Spider-Man, and then they did a little bit of Uncharted for a little bit of Tomb Raider, a good chunk of Far Horizons, about 2 minutes in. The longest one out of the bunch, though, was Watch Dogs 2. And I will say right now, it had that like old school Grand Theft Auto 5 like trailer vibe where, it's like, look at these cars going by, look at the civilians doing, all their bullshit and everything. But they did a lot of day to night transitions that I will tell you right now looked fucking like they looked real
Sweet.
the shadowing effect on the building and everything, it looked really, really good. It looked awesome.
I'm excited.
Him driving in a car and then like cutting from like blinkers in your eyes, and then all of a sudden the camera keeps focusing, so it's out of your, and then the next blinker's in your eye, and then it keeps focusing so you can see the character.
That's
like,
fucking cool.
Yeah, it was. I highly recommend like watching at least the first 45 minutes. I hate saying that as it's coming out of my mouth, but I mean, it was more of a technical review conference.
Yeah,
would be my best way to describe it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
Josh.
boom.
So, I mean, and like Pat and I watched a little bit of the Andromeda footage, but we couldn't see it in 4K. I mean, we could only watch it in HD, and like really though,
at the beginning they're like, we recommend you watch it in 4K. It's like, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
At a fucking 4K.
Thanks a lot, asshole.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like how many people, I mean, not that 4K technology is not out there and that it's not available, but it's like at the same time, it's just like, what was the point of this fucking conference? Like there were so many fucking other things that you could have done with this conference, and it's like or with this meeting rather. And it's like, yeah, that's really cool that you are displaying more ways that you're going to try and extort money from us over the course of the next 6 months to a year.
I love your mentality towards PlayStation
But
now.
honestly, like you could have taken more time to discuss like, oh, why are we including subpar hardware in this console when Xbox is going to beat the ever living shit out of us when it releases Scorpio? Or how about the fact that you screwed over everybody as far as your PlayStation Plus market is concerned, and like, oh, let's announce plans that we're going to be releasing all these awesome games on PlayStation Plus over the course of the next year.
I did that joke earlier in the day after we were talking about it, where the entire after watching like the main visual like on stage aspect of the conference, like I was talking to Josh and I walked towards my room. And then I was like, and at the end of the conference, they were like, and I peeked my head around the corner, like they would on stage and be like, by the way, PSN's going up $10. Bye. We have no reason to tell you why. Just like, by the way, PlayStation Network's going up $10. Bye.
Peace out.
But let's talk about
Drop
this.
the curtain.
I've been saying this for fucking ever that Sony includes subpar hardware in their fucking consoles. And honestly, like, an Xbox is taking full fucking advantage of this. Why the fuck would you not include a Blu-ray player that can play 4K resolution Blu-rays?
That
it
is very
literally
strange.
makes
dumb.
no fucking sense. It would not have costed them an extra dime to do that. And my guess is that Sony is wanting to basically make it to where like let's go to the Sony marketplace and just buy content from them. That way that you can't buy it elsewhere, and then they don't get any money from it from you playing it on their console.
And their reasoning was we think that the trend is going to go streaming, which basically is a sneaky way to probably say what you literally just said, Josh.
Right.
So that's
pretty much the same way.
I mean, because if 4K is going to be the thing right now, some people want Blu-rays. They want to own a copy. They don't want digital right now. That's why people freaked out on Xbox a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's a similar thing that Sony's doing.
Well, and here's the thing, and lots of companies are trying to make their technology very proprietary. It's the same shit that Apple does. It's like, oh, let's include this one without a headphone jack. Oh, you want a headphone jack? Well, how about you buy this attachment from us that costs $40, or buy these wireless earbuds that are garbage that you have to charge? It's like it's just a way for them to extort more money from us because they've cornered the market. So. I'm not a fan. I honestly could give two shits less about the PlayStation Neo, to be honest with you. I just don't care. I literally don't care. Especially because, like I said, Xbox is releasing hardware that is much more capable than what PlayStation's is going to be.
And it's it's starting at a lower price point too, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Microsoft kind of took a page out of Sony's book for this because, now that everyone's on the fuck you Sony train, Microsoft is going to take full advantage of this. So,
and this PlayStation Pro announcement they just did, that was what they were calling Neo at the time, right?
Correct.
See, I thought Neo was going to be the answer to Scorpio. Neo is like the Xbox Slim, but without a 4K player.
What's the
point? Exactly. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna have this great, cool console coming out Neo," and then they announced it. I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, what's Neo gonna be?" And then Sean was like, "No, that's Neo." See, a Scorpio is gonna just fucking destroy that thing because it's gonna be like a PC that you buy as a console, where Neo is just like a fancy PlayStation.
Yeah.
Well, right? Is it even that fancy? What's the main difference? I guess I haven't even seen pictures of it.
4K gaming.
4K gaming, also HDR capability.
I think the Slim can do both those, but not 4K. The Slim can't do 4K.
No,
not 4K gaming.
So.
It can stream in 4K and it can play 4K Blu-rays, but that can't do 4K gaming.
Right. So and really those are kind of like the main differences, but as far as I know, anyway. And it was nice of Sony to include an HDR update for all of the other 40 million PlayStation 4s that they've sold, which to me is also kind of bullshit that they're releasing a console mid-generation anyway. Like I said, this is all money grab bullshit.
Well, and that HDR update is only to games that are compatible with that
Correct.
feature. Right. Not just every game isn't going to just magically get that. You have to go out and get the games.
Yeah, and so and then the Xbox Scorpio is going to be not only going to be cheaper but more powerful. It's just kind of Sony's losing a lot of ground and a lot of goodwill with a lot of their consumer base right now, because at the beginning when the PlayStation 4 was announced at E3 and they were like, oh, we're going to release it for this much or whatever, they were getting a lot of goodwill. And now that they've bought everyone, essentially, they're like, we just fucking own you now. We're going to raise the price of our PlayStation subscription up without giving you any benefit to it, whatever, and whatsoever. We're going to release this subpar hardware that you're going to pay just as much for as you did way back in the day. It's just, it's all money grab bullshit. I'm honestly really tired of the console market right now. I'm sick of it. So,
where's Drew when we need him?
No.
PC Master Race. I'll say it for Drew.
Yeah.
No,
PC Master Race.
I try to be neutral. I'm obviously an Xbox fan, but Xbox has been pretty much killing it with consoles.
Yeah.
I mean,
lately
they're
have
slim.
been.
They're doing good. I mean, they're flying off the shelves. Scorpio's going to be cool. I mean, you can never really call it. If you want to put the money in, you can't really compete with PC gaming. If you want to invest, which it's a good idea. But yeah, the console market's in a weird place right now. It's never really been at this place.
The worst part is. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was the end of thought. You're good.
The worst part is, personally, I'm not defending Sony in general way. Trust me, I'm being a guy that's paid for PSN for a long time. I'm not happy either. That's went up for $10 with no reason, out of the blue.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, nobody likes to admit it. We unfortunately don't get that choice. It's like we're all the gamers. We're the ones that pay for the stuff. There's some dickhead at the top blank that's like, no, we can raise it $10. Blah blah blah. Oh, for what reason? Oh, we don't know.
They'll stay loyal.
I mean, every company in the fucking world has had that kind of excuse.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's gaming related or not.
No, it does, because Netflix and Hulu and like a lot of these other subscription services that have raised their prices actually gave us reasons that they were raising the prices. And not only that, but they promised better content as a result of the price increase. Sony has done neither of those things. So
PS Pro's coming out.
that makes no difference at all. That has nothing to do with like a subscription plus hike. And in fact, the fact that Sony is raising this up, $10 per person, how many customers is that? Like close to like what, 40 million?
If everybody has the subscription.
Exactly. And imagine and because you can't do anything without it. You can get updates for games, but you can't do online multiplayer. Like it basically makes your console just a demo console basically. It's not just raising it $10 already. The fact that they're making you go through a $50 gateway is bullshit enough, but like when they can't even offer you like good content on top of that, like the free games that they offer you, it's just a garbage service. It's garbage. No one wants to pay more money for no fucking reason. You could at least have offered us an olive branch in some way.
Welcome to bottled water in every company ever created. Are you serious?
Fucking like
PlayStation, Xbox has been $15 a month. PlayStation was $10 a month. Yeah, it went up $10.
Yeah, it's still no excuse.
Well, you're not.
Especially
My
if you,
health insurance automatically went up $15, and guess what? Oh, I can't stop it. Oh no, there's nothing I can do.
Those are very different things,
Health
Pat.
insurance is very different.
You can't compare those things.
I'm
Sorry.
understanding. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Play multiplayer then. That's fine.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna raise the price, on
There's
the
a new
service,
fucking system coming out. Yes, they have to.
That has nothing to do with
automatically
that.
that
go
has
through.
nothing to do with it.
Really?
That is absolutely.
You don't
nothing
think there's
to
a
do with
tiny chance that because they're upping their game that they might have to increase their price?
No, because they're not upgrading their servers as a result of this price increase. They're still dealing with the same servers.
Do you have an article? Do you have something that can say that?
I
Do
have
you have something
plenty,
approving
I
that-
don't. I'm just saying in general. If you can't. Blah, 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 blah.
I have plenty of evidence that supports this. And actually, if you refer back to my PlayStation rant, how many podcast episodes ago was it?
10?
Are you
Yeah.
talking about the one where like they slow down your internet speed? Or
Yes,
That
yes,
one, yeah.
bottle, yes.
it's at least 10.
Yeah,
At
that's
least,
like subpar hardware. So, and I actually brought up articles that supported that. So, beyond that anyway, Pat, it's just like if
I don't play fucking online games, so I don't care about. I'm just.
Do
saying
you have
in
PlayStation
general.
Hey,
Plus, though?
hey, did you
I
guys
do have PlayStation
hey,
Plus.
did you
Yeah.
guys know
I like
that?
getting the extra, games every
Yeah.
once in a
Hey,
while.
do you guys know how Pat doesn't play online multiplayer games? Because he told you.
Right,
yeah. Hey, did you guys know that Pat's vegan?
Oh my god.
God damn, Josh.
Thanks for staying in our house for a while. Okay, I'm just saying, you're a PlayStation fan whether you fucking want to admit it or not. Do you like Final Fantasy? Do you like Kingdom Hearts? Do you like Uncharted 4? Do you like PlayStation exclusives? Then
Yes.
don't fucking play for PSN. Oh, no! But if you want some exclusives, yeah, that's awesome. Journey came out this month. That's a fucking good game.
Last Guardian's
That's
coming
it.
out.
Available.
But how
Come
many
on.
how many PlayStation owners have already gotten that game and have already played it?
I did, because I
All
bought it
of them.
on
All of them.
fucking PS3. I didn't buy it on PS4. Oh, no. I'm saying I bought it on PS3. Yes, there's no reason for me to buy on PS4 because I bought it on PS3. Yes, it came out. Yeah, the game came out a while ago. There's a lot of people that fucking bought a PS3 that have a PS4 and get to have this awesome game.
And that's
For free.
good. And that's good, Pat. But
I'm
like,
just saying,
it's-
don't shit on the entire thing.
No,
because
it's a subpar offering. I'm absolutely going to shit on it because you know what?
my
We
Xbox
deserve
360
better.
broke down 5 times. I had the fucking Red Ring of Death 5 times.
I'm saying that we deserve better. And,
PlayStation got hacked.
And honestly, Pat, if you
Everything's been hacked. Are you kidding me? The fucking Pentagon's been hacked before.
Xbox hasn't been hacked like that.
Xbox Games with Gold has way better offerings consistently every month than PlayStation Plus.
I got it. But for a guy that has a PS3 and a PS4, for you constantly shitting on PlayStation all the time, it drives me a little bit nuts.
I am shitting on the PlayStation Plus
because your
service
Xbox
in
hasn't been
general.
working for a little while. Oh, I got kicked off on the sign-on bullshit.
I am talking specifically about PlayStation Plus's service. I'm not talking about their games. They have
I don't have a problem. I've had them forever, and I've never had a problem.
They're amazing consoles. They have amazing exclusives. I never did not say that. But if you just expect me to sit here and just like take it up in the ass just because like I'm a Sony fanboy, you're totally wrong. Like if somebody's doing something that's bullshit related, I'm gonna call them out on it.
I'm not happy about the 10 point, but you gotta like think about it on the outside too. I mean, there's a reason why they had to have done it.
Well, and I mean,
they're not doing it
it's
just because
called
they're like,
money.
oh, money.
Yes, they are.
Really?
That's why any company does
Really?
anything ever.
in a sense,
for money.
with their sales being so much farther than anywhere else, they in a sense cornered the market. That's exactly when you hike prices in any industry. Because if people are most reliant on that thing, whatever that service or product may be, people are gonna pay what they have to have it.
Yeah.
They'll offer you bullshit
I'm not saying
reasons
that's
all
why
day.
they did it. Because I mean, and Josh, like if they're gonna like.
Why they give you chili? Oh, for bullshit reasons? Oh,
Never
never mind. I'm gone. My bad. Sorry,
Pat.
my bad.
That's totally different.
Sorry. No, it's okay.
That's totally different.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
I didn't hear what he said. What did he
My
say?
bad. I didn't realize you like PS4. Just give me all your games. I'll take them all. It's okay.
You would think that like Josh, you would say like they're throttling your internet, whatever it is. Maybe they make their servers better with that extra $10, right?
I'm just saying.
I love
why-
you, Pat. I
saw
love you.
Fucking playing PlayStation earlier.
I love PlayStation. I'm just saying, like, I'm shitting on Sony's corporate practices.
Welcome to fucking business. Everything is corrupt. Are you kidding me?
I'm just calling it out, Pat. Stay woke.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Stay woke.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good note to end on.
it's
It's been too long.
Do you guys think Pat's gonna leave the group chat?
He's on Sean. We can cut that out.
Yeah.
That'll work. Oh fuck. So
Oh my god.
so we're down to 3. We've lost everybody
Yeah.
except for us 3. And Worth, you didn't get to talk as much as normal. We
it's
we kind of just cut you off the whole night.
That's okay. I just been kind of just off my own little world.
But
tonight.
thank you
It's
for
okay.
backing me up on the Battlefield stuff. We outnumber
Yes.
Josh now. Fuck you, Josh. You're wrong.
Like
So-
that. I mean,
No,
I'm
yeah.
always gonna back Battlefield.
I said some good things about it.
You did, and
It wasn't completely negative, but I have to highlight the things that I didn't like about it because I'm not having fun
Well,
when
that
those
is-
things happen.
that is
That's
absolutely
important
fair.
to me is to have fun when playing a game.
And Battlefield is such a tricky shooter because it is so specific in the kind of game it is where you have a lot of health. And in a lot of games, you don't have that much health. Destiny, Call of Duty, kind of Halo in a way.
Destiny and Halo, you kind of do have a
But
lot.
I don't think as much as Battlefield. Because you can
Really? To me personally, I think. I think
die.
that's
Maybe
up there.
Halo more. Destiny, my experience was I hated Destiny multiplayer. Oh my god, I hated it so much.
See, like I would unload an entire clip into someone's face on Battlefield, and then I would get shot like 3 times and die. You know what I mean? It's just like okay, I was like, this is bullshit. I'm not
Yeah.
having fun with
It
this.
is a tricky game to So.
And part of that could be beta stuff, but like I said, this is my first impression of Battlefield or as a series as a whole, and it's like how many games do you have to release that's kind of just basically the same bullshit to get it right on being close to a finished product.
Oh, this
And to me,
this,
it wasn't even close.
Oh, me and can I speak for you? Worth? We loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean.
Fanboys.
Well,
Fucking
No,
shameless
I
fanboys.
no. I hated 4. I hated it. I said it the entire time. I'm not fanboying because I said if this game doesn't go well for me, I'm done with the series. Like that's it. So
and it brought you back.
I'm enjoying it.
Good.
I enjoyed most of my time with it. There were times I did not.
Well, I'm gonna
putting
get
it
it.
that
I'm gonna
way.
pre-order. I'll get it on release, and I mean, you totally try it. And if it's better, then I hope you get it so we can have more people to play it.
If it looks balanced enough to me and I play the final version and I'm happy with it, then I will totally
Yeah,
buy it. I'm
I
not
will.
opposed to Battlefield as a game in general. I'm opposed to the beta of what I played because I expected better. I honestly
fair.
just
And
expected
coming
better.
in from not playing any Battlefield games to this one, it's a pretty crazy jump.
Yeah.
See, because like we have many years in games of Battlefield experience, so like me and Worth know what to expect. Know the little weird things. We're coming into Battlefield 1 as a new player. It's
Yeah.
rough. I'll totally give you that. It is a rough jump to make. So
You have to know what you're getting yourself into.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
So we're gonna focus the next podcast on Worth entirely because I feel bad that we cut him off like the entire time.
No, it's fine. I really don't care. But I mean, yeah, I guess that's really it. yes, once again, apologize for not having a podcast up last week. I mean, we had some
Oh yeah.
had a couple issues with our file sharing service. There was some quality that got lost in our transfers. So
And that was the first time we tried to use the board, right?
And that was the well, okay. I don't think it was so much the board. It was just like
no, it wasn't the board.
It wasn't the board.
It was getting another file. Anyway, long story short, we're sorry.
Yeah, so we're
the whole thing was kind of messed for us last week.
Sorry about that, which is why we're gonna make it up to you. We're gonna be giving you guys 2 podcasts this week. So doubling up on the content.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. More videos in the works. Yeah, I mean, just keep the followers coming, keep the subscribers coming, just keep on keeping on.
Keep the rage coming.
Keep the rage coming. We don't hate each other here.
This was a rage-induced podcast
This is
too.
yeah.
There was some fury coming out.
But I mean, you guys got anything else you want to add before we get going?
Pat's never looked so sexy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I just love that there's only 3 of us.
Talk Sony to me.
Everybody left.
All right. I'm Nate.
Logan.
This is Josh.
All right.
Jirish.
Cheers.
Bye.
See ya.